The stores have changed. It's the Shogun!
What is the almighty Shogun doing?
Isn't the Shogun sick?
I
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no—
So, what do we do now? Should we go away?
Why? It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people that Paimon was worried about. Never mind. This definitely...
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as shiny and just as hypnotic. Wait a second. Hey, are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me. Wait, what do you mean, either? Anyway, people seem to be behaving in a very orderly fashion. I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
People aren't exactly gonna let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
What is this stall selling? I don't believe I've ever seen this before.
Shogun,
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here. Takoyaki, dango, and milk, and so on.
Huh? Milk?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience. For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, the focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it.
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that—
Why do I feel like she's different? Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so but there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. And so I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise,
a chance combination? Interesting.
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly.
Nice. It's sweet. Listen.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
It's a little bit like porridge? Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must sell exceptionally well, no?
Well,
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed.
No, almighty Shogun.
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on dango milk. Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly— There's nothing like dessert for improving one's mood. Much more enjoyable than By the way, Miko mentioned that she founded something called the Yai Publishing House to sell some sort of light novels. She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place.
Sure, let's go and have a look.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the I Publishing House?
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous.
Apologies. I still don't quite understand. Are you here to look into the management?
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read,
Yes. Any recommend?
the I Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public.
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Okay, let's go. Huh. I know every individual word in these books' titles. So why is... Take this one, for example. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilly churl. It's so long. Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger from eating Sunsettias?
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device. So it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality. Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this...
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now. How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against. What a strange person. Someone like that could easily become the top martial art. You do have a point. And a character. Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell. Yeah, she has so much love. The plot is really gripping. But would A... With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble. Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a bunch of stuff this Paimon would never do, Paimon would... That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
Interesting for the protagonist to discover their ability to stop time here.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
Give abilities to the characters.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Hey! Paimon thought we agreed.
It's okay. I find it quite interesting. I didn't realize that this was how ordinary people viewed the Shogun. She would never use the Muso no Hitotachi as frivolously as she does in the pages of this book. Nor would she ever use it as a means of venting emotions. In reality, the reason for drawing her blade determines the martial form to use and the degree of power with which to since there is such a great deal of difference between the story and the reality, I don't feel offended at all. On the contrary, that said, I hear that Yae Publishing House's novels are all reviewed by Miko herself. Which means that the content of this book must have been approved by her. In fact,
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House? Do you like the stories we picked?
what I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that... But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time. I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes.
And that's exactly why we brought you out. To take a look around and get... Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another...
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my... Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, I've seen a lot, and it's made me think a lot. I really can't praise it highly enough. I hope I will remember it for a long time to come.
Ooh, great idea! A's had a wonderful time and a photo...
Take a photo?
It's okay. Come with us.
So...
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave that. Basically, a photo makes a visual rep...
Okay. So what exactly is striking? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some... the more I think about it, how should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good. Casual. How about this? This feels... all right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you. Okay, I'll try that. All right. Well, this doesn't feel very... me. Is this okay? All right. Well, I'll leave the decision to you. Casual. Okay,
Let's pick a good angle to... It's a wrap! Take a look! Here's...
wow. This is... but she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk. I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But the pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background.
That's what makes it so special!
Hang on. I'm still struggling. So, the one in this photo, are you sure if it's not me, then why does she look exactly like...
Okay, that's way up... Hey, that's right! Do you think the Shogun can...
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, then how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my... You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today. Maybe you can't tell, but all this has based on what I have seen today. I am forced to accept that but it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent God were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were real, perhaps.
Sounds to Paimon like, and that means that we've done a really...
Master Kamaji! Master...
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be...
Ippei? Is that someone?
Yep, let's find out what... Hey, Ippei! What's the matter?
Ah, it's you. Huh? You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not...
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiation. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission at present. Does this...
Forgive us, almighty Shogun. The Kujo clan has failed in its duty. The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus you, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I've searched all over the city. If he really hasn't returned yet, then... Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that. No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up. I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be...
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
The life of an adventurer certainly isn't easy. Mind the side effects.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place is.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant...
Let's get down to business.
Shine down!
Finally,
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou commission base.
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way. There is no escape!
to the ferry.
The deck was... Let's dance.
Shine down!
The ferry. There's more! Boom!
There is no escape!
Finally,
Insolent!
to the ferry.
Rain outlined
No
your
more!
fate.
Disappear! Let's get
Illusion
down to
shattered!
business. Finally, It's my lucky day.
Let me weave you first.
There is no escape!
To the ferry.
Illusion shattered!
Finally, to the ferry.
There is no escape! Now ye shall perish!
Ferry. Finally,
Illusion shattered!
going somewhere. To the ferry.
A bitter pill to swallow, taking a turn for the better.
I'll protect you.
Shine down!
To the ferry. Let's get down to business. My blade. Finally, to the ferry. Finally, to the ferry.
Mind the side effect.
Illusion shattered!
Let me try my blade. That won't work. Taste my blade.
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
It's like madness.
It's Kujo Karaji! But who's he with?
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryo Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth.
And these minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced...
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do— Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here.
I believe I now understand.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a...
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest.
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryo Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryo Commissioner. The process is quite simple.
Sorry, a duel?
The first Tenryo Commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there— Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account— Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade. Well, never mind. What about one of you, then? Anyone who can defeat me, Takatsukasa or— Does not a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me—
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong. But that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order—
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me, My elder brother can't help me. But if nothing else, and right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once showed his will with, then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the coup. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless, but I accept. Come forward. The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn, Almighty Shogun.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, you may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are—
Yes, of course. I apologize.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the— In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the—
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not—
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade—
Understood. Thank you, Almighty Shogun, for your wisdom.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
When it's time to deal with the situation...
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated— I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to— He has shown me how some things remain the same, even as the world around them. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets, and—
So what's for the Kuju clan? Will they get to carry on being—
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still as I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself, but I've made up my mind. So This has certainly been a memorable—
Absolutely. You sorted out the Tenryo Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if Okay. I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans.
Okay, see you next. Considering a lot of what happened was pretty— The only thing left to do is return the past permit to Yaimiko. Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it. How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself. It's fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she has finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take? That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful. Anyway, next time you wish to—
What?
Because she is a god, but you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Let me try my